When you see a tree in the wild, there's only so many things you can do to help this poor, defenseless tree feel comfortable in its hostile surroundings. Some people would hug it, others warm it up, but I have a better solution. This is the game, bread stapled to trees, and it's a masterpiece. The art of stapling the bread to the tree is a lot more difficult than you would think. Like an Amish man at a Best Buy, the bread is not a natural fit for the tree. Like the Amish man, you have to just force it in and hope it works. Here I am leaving my class titled Bread Stapling 101 when I come across a man with a question mark above his head. As I am an expert in all things bread stapling, I thought I could answer his question, but every time I tried to talk to him, he just pretended he didn't have a question mark above his head. I was going to staple some bread on top of his forehead, but I figured that would cause a scene, because I've seen that happen in a Walmart before, so instead I decided to find my nearest tree to let out some anger. So as you can obviously see, I completely mastered the art of bread stapling and decided to move on to future endeavors. My adventure now took me to a sport that you won't see on ESPN or your normal cable channels. In order to see this, you have to go to your darkest alleyway at precisely 1:22 a.m. There a man in a hood will appear and give you an address. Follow the address and you will find this. The powers in the world don't want you to see what I'm about to show you. I'm taking great risk to bring you some hidden footage of the sport of bird skateboarding. And that's all I have to show you of bird skateboarding. It's not as exciting as you'd think. But what you're about to see next is something you might have seen before if you've been following my channel. I felt like I had been here before.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Shut up. The window broke, and I received a letter that said, "Look behind you." Naturally, since I am white, I looked behind me, and what I saw was one of the most horrific things I'd ever seen in my life. While the waving and the smile did look natural, I quickly realized this thing was not human, because it's yellow. The scariest thing about this, though, is the fact that he's completely naked. Only one of us can be naked inside a stranger's house at one time, and I was already naked, so he was intruding to make me very uncomfortable. Next to his handsome portrait, he had some friend juice. I was about to take a sip when I realized that friend juice probably isn't real, because if making friends was as easy as giving them some juice, I'd have more than 3. Anyway, naturally I bypassed the gigantic ladybug in the room and kept on going. As you've no doubt figured out, this game is called QT, a play on the now infamous demo that was cancelled called Flappy Bird. Anyways, it was a little dark in here, so I headbutted the light bulb floating above me and turned on the lights in the hallway. Now you might think that with the lights on, this game would be a little less scary. Well, you'd be wrong. The next room was filled with frogs, just smiling at me. I prefer frogs frowning at me, kinda like a room of British people when you tell them you don't drink tea. But I closed my eyes and made it to the end of the hallway, where I was met with an even bigger monstrosity, followed by a happy family recording me for their vlog. The game got even scarier when it managed to completely copy my most wild college night, where everyone was dressed in fish costumes drinking friend soda. It was getting too close to home, and I knew I had to finish the game soon, before it became too much for me. After totally not looking up a guide on how to beat the game, I jumped up the balcony and right up through the ceiling into this new world. Obviously, this is the game telling me that the ceilings you impose on yourself aren't real, and you can achieve your dreams no matter how unrealistic they may seem. That's why I am announcing my new dream is to gain 1 subscriber in the next year. Before playing this game, I didn't think I could reach it, but now I'm pretty confident. Anyways, I traveled the same journey Steve Jobs took when he took his LSD trip to India and thought of Apple, and managed to beat the game. Kind of a predictable ending, naturally. Anyways, that's it for this video. As you can see, me having a PC means I can actually bring you more content. Let me know what you think of this video and what do you want to see more of in the future. I'll see you guys next time.
I'll say it, this is the worst adventure I've ever been on.